Yeah, Lamar's good, but something about Flacco that I missed. I can't quite put my finger on it, but there was something I trusted more about Flacco.
Shout out Verse Fantasy on Instagram and X. Amazing edit that they dropped involving a podcast where a Ravens fan shared the notable difference between prime Joe Flacco and prime Lamar. He pinpointed that something just felt different with Joe Flacco compared to Lamar. And you want to know what it really is, guys? You want to know what it really is? You want to know the real difference? The difference is this. Joe Flacco was more clutch than Lamar Jackson is in today's game. Joe Flacco was not your ultra-talented quarterback. He didn't have superstar X-Factor type ability. He didn't have escape artist ability. You know, he didn't have all the athleticism in the world, but he had IQ. He had pocket presence. And that man was clutch. I don't care what you say about him. Joe Flacco had the clutch gene. And quite frankly, I have to keep it 100. Lamar Jackson doesn't have the clutch gene that Joe Flacco had. Joe Flacco played in an era where pretty much almost every team had an elite defense. Joe Flacco played in an era where in the playoffs he has to outplay or play just as good as a Tom Brady, a Peyton Manning, a Phillip Rivers, a prime Andrew Luck. I mean, the list goes on and on. The AFC was ultra talented when it came to quarterbacks and defenses. So for me, it's just like people don't appreciate just how good Joe Flacco was in his prime. No, I'm not saying that he was better than Lamar Jackson is right now. Lamar Jackson is probably the most athletic quarterback we've ever seen in NFL history. He's one of the greatest talents we've ever seen in NFL history. Probably the greatest talent. I'll give him that. But that doesn't change the fact that Lamar Jackson has played with some very, very ultra-talented teams. And he simply wasn't able and hasn't been able to get them over the hump. And I know what you're going to say. Well, Joe Flacco played for some ultra-talented teams as well. I mean, he played with some ultra-talented, great defenses. The offenses, it's not like they just had Hall of Famers everywhere. Joe Flacco, it's not like he was playing with just a super team. This is considered pretty much a super team or a really extremely good team. I mean, they've always been in that top 3 range. And it's like, to me, I got to give Joe Flacco the edge as far as clutch factor over Lamar. I want to hear in the comments who you guys would take when it comes to clutch factor, Lamar Jackson or Joe Flacco. I got to go with Joe. He has, the Super Bowl. And it's not just that, it's how he played in the Super Bowl, how he played in those AFC championships, how he played in those playoff games. Joe Flacco was simply clutch when it mattered most. When it comes to the clutchest Ravens quarterback, I'm taking Joe Flacco. Y'all can call me crazy for that. You can call me delusional. I don't care. Give me clutch factor Joe over clutch factor Lamar.